now jump into rigging this character's spine. So we have quite a bit of spine joints here. I think it calls for a ribbon. Let's do a ribbon. So I'm just going to hide his geo. And to create a ribbon, I'm going to create a edit point curve tool. Make sure it's cubic, so reset the settings, and then we can just start drawing. So V, and we just keep drawing, holding V, and it just keeps drawing that curve. You see what I mean? Like that. And we press enter, and we have our curve. Now we can move it, slide sideways. We can center pivot on it too, because it's kind of hard to see where it is. Move it sideways, 2. And move it other way, -2. And then what we can do is grab those two and go to modeling tab, and in there we can do surfaces loft. Now again with default settings. So we got that surface. It's kind of upside down, so I'm just gonna go reverse. There you go. And that's our ribbon. So I would say spine ribbon surface. I can delete the history on it, delete the curves, and there's our ribbon. Now I would say we want to attach those joints to the ribbon, don't we? Let's do it. So to do this, we create hair. So under effects and hair, create hair. And I can only attach those two joints. I don't want to attach the bottom and the top. So I'm just going to do 2 and 1. That's going to make me 2 hairs here. You see what I mean? Now if I press play, it's going to simulate. If I go to 1000, they're kind of simulating, but that's not what I want. I actually want to attach the joints to the surface, so I don't need the hair, in fact. So I'm going to delete them, all those things, but leave the follicles. The follicles are what's attaching things. So here follicle 1, and here follicle 2. And the follicles are funny because you can move them if you change their parameter U. If you hold Control and Shift and middle drag, you can actually eyeball them to the place that you want them to go. So there. And that one, Control and Shift though, otherwise it's just going to go crazy fast. There you go. There you go. So that follicle, grab this joint, and under rigging, constrain parent, and that follicle, constrain parent. So now our joints are attached to the ribbon surface, which by the way I can also center pivot on. See what happens? That's what happens. Now, it's kind of an overkill because we only have 4 joints. Maybe I don't need the ribbon, but it's good to know. And what I would like to do is create some controls for that ribbon. So to do that, I'm going to start my rigging tool and make 2 big joints. So just select those 2, the hip and the chest, and press that, and that will make the joints. I'm going to press 10 here so you can see them better. Now, we don't really want them rotated, so I'm going to 0 them out. And I need one more in between those 2. So I can do that too. Select those 2 joints, right click, create joint in the center of selection. It's going to make one there. And then 10. Or what was that? It was 8. So you see we have 3 big joints for our ribbon that control it. So we should name them too. So this is going to be hip or spine, hip joint. This is our spine, belly joint. And this is our spine chest joint. See, there you go. So here we have it. Now here, I'm going to go ahead and make it more like that, different color. So to learn other techniques and really go step by step, check out my paid course, Building Quadruped Creature for Games. And for more information, just go to my website and under tutorial section, you will see it there. Basically, it's all on Patreon as well, so feel free to just follow me and join my membership. Thanks. And with those joints, I actually want to select them and select the ribbon and go skin bind skin on the ribbon. Now, I'm not going to go deeply into the skinning settings. I'm just going to reset the settings. Closest distance is what I want. Apply and close, and now you will see that your spine joints actually control this spine really nicely. See what I mean? That's the kind of power of the ribbon here. But you notice that this upper part of the body is going crazy and that the hips are not following. We can fix that easily if we just grab the big joint and a chest joint, constrain parent. Now we have full control over how character behaves here. Same with this pelvis. Grab this and the pelvis, constrain parent, and now we have a nice system in place. So that's something. Unfortunately, our animators will not be coming in and grabbing joints. No one likes this. We need to make them some nice controllers. So that's when it comes down to just making controllers. And here, I'm going to get a chest controller, belly, and spine. So how do we do that? I say for the belly, we might want to show the geo so we know where we are. Go to wireframe, and then if I make a circle here, that's a nice circle. I can press F8, grab it, and just scale it out like that. That's my belly controller. I'm going to create this color and then just name it belly control. Now, I don't know if you noticed, but I never scale my controllers. There's never a scale value on them. That's very important. You should do that too. Just make sure that if you want to make them bigger, don't scale them. Just press F8 to go to components mode, grab the CVs, and then scale. That's just so much better than scaling. Because scaling will cause all kinds of problems, and your rigs will be blowing up left and right. You don't want that, do you? Okay, so this is like a hip controller maybe. So let's say hip control. And I don't know what kind of color we want for that one. Let's make it like that as well. And then the chest, well, the chest is going to be a big one, so maybe I make that one square, because you'll see what I'm trying to do here. Oh, the square comes like this. I don't love it. I don't want it rotated, just zero it. There you go. F8. Yeah, I can just make it square like this. Maybe just make sure that it embraces the geo, yeah. And it's an IK, so I'm gonna make it red. So this is a chest. Let's just say chest control, okay? Now, I don't like that it's so thin. I can't really see it too well. So I can go to, oh, see, and I just said don't scale, and I scaled. So that's something you gotta be careful for, because this is a problem in your rig. So as you do that, if you ever forget, freeze scale right away, okay? All right, now, let's go to the shape, extra attributes. We can do line width, we can do 2 or 3. That's gonna make our control more visible. That's really nice. If you want to, you can also just make it more like that. Now, so this is my chest control, and I can see it well. And I can just constrain this to it. And also, you should be spacing your controls. So, in fact, grab all those and just press space here, and I will space them nicely. This and this, constrain parent. this and that constraint parent, and then let's see how this hip sway works here. Yeah, I don't hate it. It's actually quite nice. There's a little bit of a movement, too much in the chest for my liking, but I can tweak that. It's fine for now. Yeah, this is pretty crazy. Seems like it's working quite nice, and we have a free squash. One more thing I like here is a COG controller, and this is very important. So for that one, I'm just gonna maybe duplicate that chest because I like how it came out, and move it down there. For some reason though, look, it didn't really respect my thickness here. So I'm gonna just go commit rename chest to COG. Search and replace. And I want to make it yellow, maybe. Press F8, and I want to make it bigger because this is an important one. This is the one that the whole torso is moving. Maybe too thick here on the sides, maybe more like that. Now with this one, line with 2 or 3 as well. And that one is also too small. I'm just going to make it a little bit more like that. Now what I want to do is, because it's a COG controller, all those hips and chests and stuff, it goes inside there. So then we have this kind of thing where we have this character squat. And then we have that hip sway within it. But then we also have the chest controller here.
Okay guys, thanks for watching that tutorial. I hope you liked it. If so, make sure to subscribe. Also, I have been working on my passion project, which is this RPG game, turn-based, kind of like Heroes of Might and Magic or Age of Wonders. Just have a look, and if you're interested in sponsoring it, make sure to help me out on my Patreon. In return, you're gonna get free tutorials, free art, and a chance to contribute. See you in the next one.